Here's an adorable little Super Mario World ROM hack, Super Mario World. Have you heard of this thing? A pretty good game in its own right. Let's put it on a pedestal in front of the saddest Christmas tree prop and take some boudoir pics. That's how it's done, right? Let's see the cart. Nintendo is all. Nintendo is everything. Make it spin. Work it, honey. Earn those big YouTube bucks. Now ISO, now IESO, now ISO, and just Keith, aka Ben Salat, created this brief holiday adventure, and it's tight. A new antagonist, as far as you know, has done some dirty deeds on Christmas, and it's up to the Mario gang to save the creepy toad creatures and the day. I'm not going to dig too deep into the story here. The narrative presentation is everything when it comes to this ROM hack. It's written and told very well in the style of a children's fairy tale, mixed with an appropriate amount of Rankin Bass. It was a bit sweet and a tad preachy for my cranky middle-aged tastes, but I can really see a family with young kids getting something out of it. I'm pretty sure this was intended to be enjoyed with more than one person, as there are nearly half a dozen playable characters to swap between. Doing so is seamless with a tap of the trigger button on the map screen. Each controllable member of the Doki Doki Mario 2 Dream Party is here with familiar attributes. Mario is the most well-rounded, Mr. Wobbly-legged Luigi jumps the highest, Toad is quick but can barely clear a chasm, Princess floats. The sprite work is unique, truly quite spectacular, all over with adjustments made to each and every familiar Mushroom Kingdom character. Our protagonists each celebrate victory in their own special way and shoot firepower differently. Mario does his regular Super Mario World thing, Luigi shoots horizontally in a straight line, Princess on an upward 45 degree, and Toad on a low angle. He and Mario can perform a variation of the wall bounce from the new series of Nintendo titles to make up for their lack of vertical skills. Yoshi makes a guest appearance a few times, decked out with antlers and a red Rudolph nose, dipping into that eggnog early. It's all adorable. Look at these outfits. They almost make Toad look cute. That squeaky little diaper-wearing dweeb.
I know! He's hard to look at!
We'll get into spoilers after the end card. Like I said, this thing is pretty short, so I'm trying to avoid ruining the entire experience. The backgrounds are beautiful works of art. When it comes to gameplay, power-ups are stripped down to the fire flower and tanuki leaf, which has now been cleverly redressed as a mistletoe. Mistletoad? Gross.
That no good diaper dictator!
Now go away!
You've been hitting the sauce again!
All of the enemies have been reskinned. I'm partial to the candy cane throwing hammer bros and the assortment of updated subcon sprites. It's possible to get frozen by projectile ice balls. Slippery physics are everywhere, of course, because it's winter. There are a few gimmick stages. The bigs from the third NES entry. Man, I remember being so disappointed as a kid that Mario World didn't revisit the giant thing, but here in this fan game, it's big back and better than ever.
That's a huge bitch!
Look at that ground shake. Castle of Illusion style leaf jumps, there's a weird snowball obstacle course plummet, each character represented with unique sprite work for this one and only short sequence. So much detail, so much effort. There are only a few islands with less than a half a dozen stages each, but sometimes it's just nice to pop something in and complete it in less than a couple of hours. There are a few branching paths, but none of the secrets are all that confusing. Overall, it's a low to mid-tier challenge. Clearly, this was developed as an entertaining little novelty to breeze through, pun intended. The bosses are well designed. Mouser Grinch stole the show for me. A few nudges and nods to popular holiday movies and shows, Abominable Boom Boom, Mario 3 style bouncy gifts, and big Shy Guy Santa Switch House challenges, such as this one where collecting Christmas ornaments reveals an extra life, a lighthearted good time. Hey, check out this homage to the best modern 2D platformer. You got a little tropical freeze in my Super Mario Christmas ROM hack. All of the music is well placed. Who knew the Super Mario World theme could be reworked into a holiday tune so easily? Cheerful, festive jingles all around. challenge escalates naturally. They nailed the pace. I do have a few very minor complaints. This spiny big bad got uncontrollably aggressive when I floated around with the princess. Doing regular jumps calmed it down, so I don't know what that was all about. Speaking of bouncing around, the screen tends to follow the protagonist, which I found nauseatingly disorienting, resulting in a ton of awkward, misplaced landings. Finally, the doors to most, if not all, the boss chambers are real finicky, as in you need to be lined up perfectly before tapping up to enter. Aside from those tiny issues, this is a charming bite-sized bundle of Christmas cheer. So take a few hours, pinch some nog from Yoshi, and do as the game suggests. Hang with some loved ones, take your time to read the story, because there's a lot of it, and have some fun with this merry mountain adventure. Happy holidays, and a sincere thank you to the half a dozen people who watch every video and engage in the comments. Next time on this channel, holy cow, more Nintendo. Retro is Nintendo, nothing else exists. So stay tuned. Yeah.